How good's that intro? I'm actually
Woohoo.
quite
Hey,
welcome,
go
boys.
the
How's it
lads.
Bizzay.
Here we go.
How good.
Week 2 of the Weekend Warriors. Jack, Caleb, and Nick coming together to have a drink, talk about some sport coming this weekend, and put some bets together. You guys doing all right?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. It's been another busy week, but looking forward to another good weekend of some sport. There's some beauties on this weekend, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Stobie, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, mate, can't complain. Still locked down. But you know, the ponies are keeping me busy and keeping me happy. So how good.
Oh yeah, did you have a good day? Did you?
Oh, I've had worse, Winter. I've had worse. Couple of little multi storming home for the boys. J-Mac in the last, never lets you down. So sets us up quite nicely for a big weekend.
Fantastic.
Locked down, but not locked out.
Bloody oath.
Absolutely. So yeah, thanks to friend of the show, Callum, for getting that done. That was a cool intro. I actually really like it, eh? So yeah, boys, I mean, we're locked down at the moment, still in level 4, not really able to get around each other. So we're on Zoom again, and yeah, hopefully launching this thing in the next day or two. And so we're, shameless plug here. We'll be on Instagram as We the Weekend Warriors. We'll be on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. So that's bloody exciting. Get around it. So gents, what did we get up to in the weekend? We are the Weekend Warriors. So what did we do? Caleb?
What do we do? Big weekend. We're getting ready to settle on the house, so it was a big weekend tidying up and getting ready to move and whatnot. Still found time to have a cheeky little punt. So yeah, it went all right over the weekend. Away first tries for her in the Aussie game, namely, that was a great one. Didn't go too well in the league though. I think I was 1 from 4 there, but hey, that's all right. All Blacks, that was always going to win. And then the horses, I think we went all right there. I think we had a second, a first, a fourth, a third, and another fourth. So not too bad.
Not too bad at all. Stobie, your weekend, mate, was all right?
Oh yeah, not too shabby. Pretty much just punted the whole weekend. Got outside when the sun was out, and we've managed to suss ourselves a nice wee gym setup. So, getting ready for summer. These lockdowns ain't helping the rig, but yeah, not too shabby. Can't say the horses went too well though. You'll learn a lesson by putting $1.50 favourites into every single multi, because if it loses, you're fucked. So.
Yeah, you over that yet, or are you still licking your wounds, bud?
A little bit upset. Been trying to get over it, but I mean, today did help the confidence. So we go again.
Good man. So we did do week 1. So it'd be rude not to review how that went. So I did a little tally before. Oh, excuse me. Did a little tally last week. So last week we put on 16 kind of picks or opinions, and to see who came up on top. So, in 3rd place, out of 16 picks, Nicholas Stobalicious Stobart had 3 correct. 3, mate. You were terrible. You started really well as well. You had, let's have a look here. So you had in...
That's bullshit,
mate.
That is a lie.
Oh no, hold up. You had 3 in the sports, and then you had. What did you go in the ponies? Did you go 2 from 3 in the ponies, or 3 from 3?
I think in the ponies I had played, like none of them won. They placed. My best one.
Yeah.
On trivia 1, and then my next best, not so good. Came second though. Just didn't help the boys.
I actually had you 2 from 3 in the ponies, but 3 from 13 in the sport, and all 3 came from the NRL to start with.
That's dusty.
It was dusty. And then
wait, I said the All Blacks would win though.
Yeah, but the win doesn't count, mate. Come on. It was obvious we were going to win. Steady on.
No, sorry for not picking the exact margin. Jesus, this is a tough crowd.
All right, we'll give you what's that? That's 7 from 16. All right.
Oh, we're more than doubled. I'll take it.
Yeah. You've negotiated yourself up to 7 from 16. I'm too kind on week 2.
One of my finest
And
skills.
to be fair, that makes us look less impressively. And I thought we had a massive gap, and then he did get me that I didn't add up the ponies from because I wasn't sure. And we tied on first and second on 8 picks each. So to be fair, we all suck.
Beat me by 1. You make me sound like I'm sort of some spezzo. Bloody hell.
You still are, but you did get more.
Right.
So yeah, the big one I thought that was obviously South Africa getting upset. That was massive. So I got some thoughts on that to get into. But yeah, dusty start from us. We didn't get over 50%. We got 50% or less. So we better redeem ourselves today. Let's get into it, lads. Caleb, I think you're starting us off with the first segment. What you got, mate?
Yeah, mate. This one's been sent in by a listener. So they wanted a Punt Porker propose Warzone drop locations. And the locations that they've asked for is farmland, what they've referred to as Windler's Warehouse or back of Storage Town, where you don't see anyone, and the last being military base. So, Jack, why don't you kick us off, mate, seeing as Windler's Warehouse is on the list?
Yeah, it's nice to get a mention in early doors. So Warzone I'll play on PlayStation, and for me, I would punt farmland, but boring, not enough contracts there, I reckon. I'd pork military base because it's good for getting the heli and getting in the most wanted and fucking off. And obviously, I would propose to myself at Windler's Warehouse. Definitely spent my first year playing there because I sucked and I was on a big TV and I just wanted to hide. And that's where no one went. So yeah, dubbed Windler's Warehouse. So I proposed to that.
Very nice. Only appropriate. Stobie, what have you got for us?
I don't even know if it's worth talking about. Look, I'm not going to lie. I just follow the lads and I get carried from start to finish, wherever it might be. Massive liability. But hey, it's all about participation. And one day I'll keep up, boys. One day I'll be able to kick it with the big boys. Just not right now.
So where are you going, mate?
Oh, jeez, I don't even know where these places are.
Are you following us?
I'm just following the boys. I'll do whatever you want.
It's literally yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir.
Yes, daddy. Yes,
How
daddy.
high?
Yes,
Daddy.
Yeah. That's about as good as you'll get. Yeah, literally. I'm the first person to pass on the old leadership very quickly. So I'm following the lads and getting carried from start to finish.
All right. For me, I guess I am gonna have to punt military base. I just every time I drop them, I just get wrecked. So that one can go. I'll pork farmland because I don't mind it. I don't mind a bit of pork. So you're only going to get that in the farms. So we'll go there. And like you, Windler, mate, I spent my fair amount of time as an apprentice. I'd say I've probably only graduated in the last week or so to a rookie. So Windler's Warehouse will get the proposal from me. I like to, I'm still not good enough to be getting on the aggressive. So play that hidey scare tactic game.
Talking of Warzone, I think we've got a couple of things to add there, Len. Firstly, how many times have you messaged me in the last day saying you're cracked since you got your first monitor?
I don't know.
Zoom's cutting out, but it's a few times.
Yeah. Definitely a few. But I mean, hey, you can't complain. We can't forget about what happened. Was it yesterday? Was it, Jack? Or Tuesday? Wednesday?
Yesterday, yeah. Wednesday. So we jumped on, had a little lunch break, and jumped into a lobby and found ourselves playing with 2 NRL players. We were playing COD with Herbie Farnworth and Jordan Ricky from the Broncos. And I overheard them. He didn't think I was on yet when we joined up. And these guys are quite good. I'm still definitely riding that high. But I also was nearly called them bullshit, saying it wasn't them. I was so close. And then he started speaking with an English accent and telling stories. I was like, oh, okay. So obviously followed them on Insta straight away.
It was good to get the invite as well. Real good to get the invite for that one, fellas. So I really appreciate that.
No, they said we were good.
Yeah. I know.
So if I had if I had my last $4,000, I'd get a UAV over buying you back. Alrighty. All right. Over to NRL finals predictions. So week 1 was awesome. We had an upset with the Roosters beating the Panthers. And we got two games this week, which are pretty massive with the Seagulls and Roosters playing each other. And then the Eels and Panthers is the other game. Stobie? Our expert NRL specialist after last week coming in best.
Yeah, mate. Don't worry about me. The Eagles, they win. They beat the Roosters. Turbo's gonna come out and show that he is as good as everyone thinks. So I reckon he'll go a cheeky wee double in there and knock the Roosters out, and then I think the Panthers will bounce back and beat the Eels.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Yeah, I've got the same. And the Roosters also had their hooker, Sam Verrills, suspended for 2 weeks. Their roster's so light. Like, I reckon the season's going to catch up with them, and they're just going to find it too tough to get past the Seagulls team that bounces back from a massive result last week. So I agree there. But $1.29 with the Seagulls, and then I think the Panthers will just be too good for the Eels. The Eels only kind of just got past the Knights in the last 10 minutes to kind of give it a bit of a gap on the score, and yeah, $1.24 there. So the Maltese at $1.59. Caleb, you see it any different, mate?
No, unfortunately not. I think it's pretty clear cut this week. Yeah, Manly Panthers can't go too far away with that from that, and obviously endorsed by both Herbie and Jordan as well. So got the experts on the panel.
Yeah, friends of the show, Herbie Farnworth and Jordan Ricky. That's a big
name
stab
drop.
That's a stab in the dark. I've ever seen one, eh?
Lose their contracts for tipping out the games.
Caleb tried to ask them about Mad Monday after it had just gone through all the media that Jordan Ricky had got into a wrestle with one of the other players, and he goes, "Oh no, it's pretty chill, eh?" I was like, okay. He did not bite at all.
That's it.
Stobie, you got a segment for us, bud?
Yeah, mate. We're going back to the old top 5, and this week we've got our drinks on a night out. I don't know how I've ended up with this segment because it's definitely not my specialty, but hey, we'll give it a good nudge. We've split it up into RTD, spirit, beer, cocktail, and shot, and we'll go to Len for the picks.
Okay, I'll kick you off. You can't go past a good hazy IPA. At the moment, I'm on the BRBs. That will get me started nicely. From there, you got to move through into a Pink Pal. Big fan of the old Pink Pal, watermelon sugar, baby. Let's go. From there, there's only one way to go, and that's down into the G&Ts. That's a beauty. Can't go past them. Once we're out, shots come out, and I'm a sucker for a Snickers.
Yeah, naughty.
Real
naughty.
After being in the chat about your rig and everything, and you're telling us Snickers shots, eh?
Got to have dinner at 6 o'clock for the rig. As chicken and coleslaw buns and Snickers shots. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, mate, but we'll get on the red as well. A red, what does they say? A red a day keeps the doctor away.
Whatever keeps you going, bud.
Health as well,
and
mate.
Then nice. We'll finish the night off as you get a little bit tired. Always time for an espresso martini to pick the energy levels and morale levels back up.
Yeah, nice, mate. Nice. The last drink's an espresso. Keep the night going. I like it. Very good. Oh, Jack, what are we going?
Yeah, I really struggled with the first one because I don't like beers on a night out, but it's probably how you should start. So I'm dusting some beers that are cheap at the liquor store, looking for, or maybe a Wakachangi. But it's all about when you get there and what you get into. So fourth on the list for me is a vodka lemon lime and bitters. It's sweet as fuck, but it's a vodka and it's yum. Vodka Red Bull, because you just need to keep yourself going. But the go-to stock standard is a CCN dry, an absolute classic, a staple of a night out, you'd call it. And then my number one, my absolute favorite, my go-to, the one that ends up on my shirts, is the Black Sambuca.
Yeah, sound like a prepubescent teenager. cheap beers and then just fucking get slaughtered. Can't see.
Sir.
Nice, I like it.
Right, you got 5, Toby?
I do actually. I actually know what 5 drinks are. Surprisingly,
my goodness,
shock. So I've my beer of choice would be an IPA. Definitely like a bit of a fruity number, a few hops in there. That's a nice wee drop. Then I definitely go for a CC dry. I think it is a bit of a staple Windler. Do get around it. Gin and tonic, one of my all-time faves. Got my pink gin here, real classy. The boys were not impressed. But yeah, cocktail, definitely an espresso martini. And I've also gone for a Snickers shot. Really naughty. It's a great option on a
You
night
just
out.
copy and pasted.
Yeah, pretty much. I just
What happens when Stobie can't come up with 5 drinks? Len, can I have a look at yours, please?
Yeah. I had to. That's why I passed it on to you guys first because I wasn't sure.
So he's only come up with one of his own.
Yeah. That's not ideal. Sorry, fellas. Been no good tonight. But yeah, nice. All right, well, we'll move on to Caleb. We've got some big rugby games this weekend, so fire
Bloody
away,
oath,
mate.
we do have some great games this weekend. We'll start in the regions. How good is it to see a bit of code in the regions again, fellas? Mitre 10 footy is back.
Absolutely.
4 games outside of Auckland, so that's pretty exciting. Let's go round. What have we got, Stobie, mate? What have you got for the weekend's code?
I've probably not fallen too far from the tree here. I'm going to stick with Waikato. I think they'll be too good. I'm going with the Naki, Tasman, and Bay of Plenty are my 4 picks for the weekend. Obviously, Tasman at $1.01, offering not a lot of value, but unfortunately, Northland just sadly for me, not the goods. But yeah, those will be my 4 picks for the weekend, fellas.
Good. Jack, what have you got for us, bud?
Yeah, so I've got Canterbury at $2.08. I had a look at that Waikato team, and I just think there'll be a bit of old school Canterbury kind of class that comes through. The teams that I reckon are pretty even, and there's a bit of value in it. I had $2.08. It's just dropped to $2.03, but in and around that. Wellington $1.50. I reckon they'll be sweet. I actually went to go Northland at 16s going, surely all Tasman's good players have gone over to the All Blacks. Like, surely they've got a dusty team and, we've just got some good numbers here. And then I look and there was like flying a Nuku in the midfield and, just guns everyone. Like, okay. So I've got them at 13 plus at $1.13. And then Bay of Plenty, I reckon the boys from the Bay are going to get up over Hawke's Bay at $1.90.
Yeah. I've gone Canterbury. I think, again, too classy, and they'll get the job done there over the Mulu boys. I've gone Wellington. I think Wellington will be too strong for the Naki there. The Naki missing, obviously the Barrett boys and a few others as well. Tasman, that's no brainer there, unfortunately. And I've gone Hawke's Bay, so I've gone different with you boys. I think the Bay will get up over Bay of Plenty this week.
Sweet.
So yeah, that's good. And Jack, back to you for the multi on that.
Yeah, I just quickly punched it in as you were talking. So $6.47 for my multi of Canterbury, Wellington, Tasman 13 plus, and Bay of Plenty to win. So I think if you chuck in Hawke's Bay,
he had, I think.
Yeah, and I think if you chuck Hawke's Bay in the mix, and it won't be that much difference because they're pretty similar odds between them. So there's a bit of value there. Yeah,
not too bad at all. Jack, I believe you've got a joke for us, mate. I'm sure you're really looking forward to this one.
The best thing about that is you got to do the All Blacks versus Australia first, so I can delay this a little bit further.
I've missed it.
I'm really dreading it that I'd interrupt and make us look a bit silly before saying a joke. That's how much I'm shitting my pants.
It's a bit longer.
Still scrolling Google to find one.
Oh, mate, I've got 135 of the best dirty jokes there is, and I'm shitting my pants.
Rugby championship. How could I forget? I was so caught up in how good code in the regions is. I was just fizzed to have that back. I guess in the warm-up game, we've got Aussie versus South Africa. For me, I think South Africa fire back here and turn it into a real arm wrestle. Be a close game. I've got them 1-12. I'm first try scorer. I'm going the other week this week, and the other wing this week, and Marika Karapisi will dot down first. I think Aussie come out of the blocks too strong, but look for South Africa just to start slotting penalties and really turn it into a bit of an arm wrestle, slowing it down at the breakdown and whatnot. I've got them getting up 25-19 in that one. Stobie?
I also think that South Africa will come back from that game. I think they're a bloody good side, and obviously it was very close last week, so I think it'll probably be another very close game. South Africa are only $1.29 at the moment, so pretty short odds there. But yeah, I'd say 1 to 12, South Africa going with a score of 23-18. And I'm going to go with the starting 9 once again as the first try scorer, old Faf de Klerk. 21s, fellas. We'll take it.
Very nice. That's me now, isn't it? So Australia and South Africa. Yeah, South Africa was disappointing. I had a look at their stats and stuff. Like probably glad I didn't. It was 28 penalties in the game, and like they conceded, I think it was 9 with ruck infringements within the half. So hopefully a more disciplined display. They had heaps of missed tackles as well. What do they have? 21 missed tackles, and they only kicked 4 from 8 last week. So if they kick all their goals, obviously the margin's much different, right? They still Wallabies only scored 1 though, so I was right about that, which was nice. So I reckon that we're going to get to 30-18 South Africa, but we're going to get the Tongan Thor.
I think I dropped out there, did I?
Yeah, thanks though. The Tongan Thor Tupou is going to score first. I reckon he loves a meat pie. He's starting this week and he's going to score. New Zealand, Argentina, I'm going to back myself to go the same kind of thing as last week where I thought Argentina were going to put some points on. They obviously didn't. So I'm going to go similar score for the ABs. I'm going to go 40-20. I think Argentina will big wake-up call and kind of sort their shit out. And I think, is it Quinn Tupaia playing second 5? He got over the line but was held up last week. Coming off the bench, he looked like he played pretty well. So I reckon he's going to run a hard line and score a meat pie, first try scorer.
Nice. Very good. Stobie, what have you got for us in the ABs game?
AB, same story. I think will be too good. As per, I think Argentina have to be a little bit more disciplined this week. I think they gave away too many penalties, yellow cards, and all that sort of carry on. I think they'll come back a lot better. I did have them putting a few points on, so 43-12. All Blacks will pile it on, but Argentina will be good enough to score a few tries. First try scorer. Now that I am not too sure. I seem to be going for the hookers or the halfbacks, so I'm going to go something a bit different today and go with a real obvious choice in Will Jordan. He loves to score, and you can't leave the man out of it. So we'll go Will Jordan.
Not bad. Like you boys, ABs obviously get up again. I think it will be a bit tighter. ABs obviously give the other boys a run, which is good to see. I think the Pumas will employ the same sort of tactics and look to slow the game down at the breakdown. I've got Hoskins Tutu as a first try scorer. I think he'll look to make a real impact after being kept out of that starting 23 for the last few games. I think he's going to come on and have a bloody blinder. I've got them winning that 36-13. Exciting stuff. I'm really looking forward to that one. That should be a cracker.
Absolutely.
Jack, mate, have you sifted through your 135 dirty jokes and found the dirtiest one for us?
No, I got 2 web pages up, 145 dad jokes and 135, and I probably have picked a terrible one, but like the man saying this is going to be nice and short. Here we go. What do you call a cheap circumcision? A rip-off. Way.
Oh, dear.
As long as one person laughs.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Mate, saying jokes are hard, so the least you could do is laugh. So thank you for that.
I don't think we're laughing with you.
Oh, that's punishing. That's punishing. Oh dear. Oh well, my lord.
All right. Well, we're going to segue nicely off that. Fantastic work, Jack.
Next week.
Yeah.
Right.
Save yourself on the cricket.
All right. So we're going to segue to some cricket now, gents, and we've got the Black Caps moving straight into Pakistan. The last time that they played in Pakistan, Fannellan and Racham Ravindra were 4 years old. So that's how long ago they played in Pakistan. It's going to be interesting to see what it's like back there. They've got 3 ODIs between now and the next time we talk, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to go through the first 3 results, and then we've got a power play from the TAB for the first game that we kind of back. Stobie, skipper, start us off, please, mate.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tough. It's tough conditions in any of those Asian countries, and I think Pakistan will be too good in the first game. I do like the naughty little quinella of Tom Latham and Henry Nichols to be top run scorer at 6s. I think that's a pretty good option. Then ODI 2, I think New Zealand bounce back to get the dub, but then Pakistan will win the third to win the series. I think that'll be the play.
Not bad. That's pretty good. Yeah, like you, Sobi, I think Pakistan will be too good in the first. It'll take us a little while just to adjust to those conditions again, as we saw in Bangladesh. Black Caps to bounce back in game 2 as well and get the win there. And I think we'll take out the third. And yes, I think we'll win that series 2-1. My power play option, sticking with the fella himself, Finn Allen, strike rate of over 149.5 at 450. I think that's money to be had there. I think he's striking out in his T20 career. He's striking close to 200 on average. So yeah, he'll have no worries going over 149.5 for us.
Sure, that's good. That'll be nice viewing if he's whacking them like that, eh? All right, because it's only 3 ODIs. I thought it was 5. So what have I got here? So I've got Pakistan in the first, New Zealand in the second, Pakistan in the third. So Pakistan are paying $1.33 with New Zealand $3.10 for that first one. For my kind of power play for the first one, I've got Will Young to be top run scorer, and at $4, and it's a refund if it's second or third top scorer for Will Young. So Will Young, he'll bat in the top 4. He'll give himself, he gets one of the best opportunities to score runs. It's usually those top 5 that top score, mainly top 4 in one-day cricket. So if he's in there, he's in the mixer to be in the top 3 at least to get your money back. But yeah, at $4, I reckon that's a bit of value.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Go the Caps.
Yeah, how good. It'd be good to see some slightly better style of cricket, hopefully, than what we saw in Bangladesh with those slow turning wickets. But hey, we'll wait and see what the Pakis show up with in terms of the pitch there tomorrow night, I guess. A new segment this week. How good, fellas? Hit it or nick it. Are you excited for this one?
Yeah, I actually really am now that it's because it could be anything, and I'm shitting my pants, so that's all good. Just keep going.
It's going to be interesting. So hit it or nick it is a segment that we've had suggested that we've brought in, and it's basically we've got a listener involved. They've sent through a challenge or an idea about something. We're not too sure what it is yet. And basically we have to decide whether we're going to hit it or whether we're going to nick it. And by hit it, we mean give it a go and get around it. Or by nick it, are we going to nick off and get out and not have a go? And we'll provide some justification reasoning around why we've decided to do what we're doing. So I guess we'll flick it over to you, Jack. I believe you got some audio for us.
Yeah, let's see if this works, eh?
G'day boys, it's Wood here. I got a submission for Hit It or Nick It. It's Budgie Smugglers. Budgie Smugglers at the beach. It's a European wetsuit. Do you hit it or do you nick it?
I absolutely love that.
Oh,
our
dear.
friend of the show is bringing the goodies much better than we are. Much better than my joke.
Yeah.
How good's that, Caleb?
That's
Get 'em on.
not bad. There's only one answer for me, mate. I've been running them since I was about back in 12. So it's just a straight hit. It's out of the park for me. That's in the slot. That's a slot ball. That's straight back over the bowler's head for 6. I love the things. Bloody get around them, boys.
You're a disgrace, mate. The poor people on the beach. Look, I think if you asked me this about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I'd definitely be nicking it through the slips. But our friend Big Caleb over here has managed to convince the fellas to spend $60 on a pair of fruity coloured underpants. So I may as well be out there sporting them, showing them off to the world. So yeah, this time I'll be double stepping down the track and sending it flying over the ropes for a big hit.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm right there with you. I will be top edging this for 6 over the keeper's head. It is getting hit. Alrighty. This is my pair right here that we picked up during lockdown, and I was lucky enough to get the delivery of all the boys' ones going into the season. Whose are these? Whose is this nice bad number here?
That's mine. Another pair. Mate, I think I'm up to about 3 or 4 pairs.
We got Chris.
Caleb's looking for the
Croatia.
Budgie Smuggler sponsorship.
Yeah, absolutely. Get it around us,
One
please.
for each day of the week.
Yeah, so I'm absolutely stoked to be having your boys' undies at my place, waiting for lockdowns to finish to deliver them to you.
And I'm absolutely stoked to have you boys on board the budgie smuggler, budgie smuggler train. This is a real movement that we've started. Yeah, I've been banging away at the door for about 5 years, and I see a few of my mates in the All Blacks have finally got round it as well at the weekend. So good to see you. It's sifting down, and you boys are getting around it. Can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully I can learn to score some runs so I can play some Prem cricket and we can all wear them this season. That would be bloody good.
Thanks again, Callum, for sending that one in. That was quite a beauty.
Absolutely. Yes, definitely.
Very
If you
nice.
have got something that suggests us coming up with agendas is tough. So send us something if you want it talked about. We're more than welcome to open to suggestions, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Stoby, mate, I think we're into some horses now. Your favorite
Oh
time of
no! Oh dear! What a shame! What a shame! All right, ponies. Now, if you asked me to do the segment following Saturday afternoon, I would have told you to get fucked because, to be honest, it was a shambles. But we're back with a vengeance, and I think I got some absolute beauties. So, I'll preview a few of the good meets we've got this weekend. So we've got Randwick, Caufield, and Hastings, which I'll do a little sneak preview on. Randwick's a soft 6, weather's improving, so the track should get a bit better. Caufield, good 4 at the moment, but there's a bit of rain and wind about, so it could deteriorate a little bit. And Hastings over in New Zealand is dead, getting a bit wetter though, so it could deteriorate as well. Over here in good old Kiwi land, we've got the Group 1 Tarzino, big race, likes of Avantage, floating about. Good thing, been one of the best Group 1 horses in New Zealand for a while, ran 3 wide 2 weeks ago, likely to be better for that. And if at the best, I think will be very, very hard to beat. But there's a few others in there. There's Call Sign Mav, who's trialled very, very well, has a great first up record, and at 420 and 180 is pretty good value. There's also a third, which is very, very good in there. An odds pick has come back from Oz for the Moroni stable in Harlech, running some really good races in Oz. Comes into this after a decent run for 4th 2 weeks ago behind Mascarpone. The conditions getting wetter is definitely value at 17 and 450. The Group 3 Hawke's Bay Breeders' Stakes, race 7 at Hastings. Imperatriz at $1.90, good horse. If it handles the wet conditions, will be very, very hard to beat. But also another little naughty number, Mustang Valley, if it does get wet, at 15 and 380. It's a good stable. It could be a good little option. Ran second to River Plate, who's now in Oz and is looking for better races. So those New Zealand couple in Oz, we've got the George Main Stakes, Randwick race 7, very elegant at 210, very hard to beat, proven at this level. I think I like Think It Over at 420. He's been running some good races, keeps getting better, and was close in the Winx Stakes 2 weeks ago. And then obviously Sir Rupert Clarke Stakes, Caulfield race 8, Probabeel, go the Kiwis, 450 and 190. We'll jump shorter than this with Brett Pebble on board. It'll be very, very hard to beat. A couple other good horses in there, but we shall see. Boys, what do you got for me in terms of your best bets, your next best, and your roughies? We'll go with you, Windler, because I'm bloody excited to hear it.
Yeah, look, expert punter on the horses. I'm not going to lie, I switched off that whole time. I have no idea what you said, but it sounded really intelligent. You could do the weather on the news, I reckon, but I definitely switched off. So
Yeah, I try to get through it as fast as possible, but
I just know fuck all about ponies, and I'm okay with that. So look, I've got my man on the ground. His nose is to the ground, or his ear to the ground, and he is giving me my 3 tips. He needs a nickname, kind of like the Stig. So we've got Randwick race 7, very elegant at $2.10 as my best. My Caufield race 8, Bo Rossa, $4.60. My Randwick 5, we've got a tissue. Yep, at $4.60. And
nice.
my sources
go the
say
Kiwis.
my sources
Kiwis.
say
He's
that
picked
we're
Kiwi.
amongst it. Yes,
He's
I did
gone.
also know that those were Kiwis.
yeah. Does his research,
Kiwi.
this man.
Yeah.
Knows what he's talking about. Yeah,
I was
nice.
2
like
from
it,
3 last
Windler.
week, so my man on the ground started well.
Yeah, we need to
He
get him on.
clearly
We need to
likes
get
a
him
Kiwi
here.
horse.
Yeah. He should be on the segment. Bloody hell.
Yeah, bin me. Put me
Very
in the
nice.
next week.
Keeping
What
with the
about you, Len?
Kiwis, keeping with Louise, my best for the week is Caufield race 6, Anavisto. Ran second to Tarat here late. Went down by a long neck. She's drawn barrier 5 on good track, so hopefully that weather stays as it is. Meets an easier field, in my opinion, in this one, and should be too good. John Allen engaged again, and will be better for that last run at track and distance where she was charging home late and just missed. So I think, yeah, she'll settle nicely, and John Allen will have her firing on all cylinders, and she'll get up there to win in that one, and she's at 250. My next best, we jump across to Randwick, race 8. I've got Nature Strip at 240, hard to look past, albeit it wasn't a strong field that he beat at Concord last week, but he did what any great horse will do and destroyed the field. He put pay to them. J-Mac stays with him there, and J-Mac, as we know, is a beast. And his comments after that saying that he felt as good first up compared to other preps than he's ever felt him before. So with J-Mac on board, he should find the fence first out the gate. He'll lead and then he'll power on home for the fellas. And at 240, not bad value. I suggest that will come in quite a bit as we get closer to race day.
It's good to hear J-Mac having a good rep.
Yeah. So J-Mac had some really good comments. So I think, yeah, that for me is probably what sold me. Yeah, I think J-Mac staying with them and obviously saying those with those comments, that's good enough for me. Good enough for J-Mac. It's good enough for Len.
Yeah.
In race 5, I've got Forbes here. He'll sit back in this field, which isn't the worst because there is a bit of early speed. And provided he doesn't get too far back, which I don't think he will. He was put by a nose by Animo, who after last week we know is a bloody beast. And if he produces anything close to he did in that race against Animo, he'll be flying home late and wins without a doubt. He'll at $7. That's bloody value. Attempted done. I will be unloading on that one. So yeah, those are my 3 for the weekend. So
those are very nice.
Yeah,
I think you found some good ones in Forbes there. So I've got my 3 big ones. So my best bet is pretty rogue actually. Morfettville race 3. Haven't even mentioned it, the track, but Ballynora at 240 has been 3 and 4 lengths off Generation and See You in Spring. 2 very, very good horses who have been running into much tougher races, back to maiden company, and should be winning that race. My next best is Big Boy Roy, Randwick race 2 at 380 and $1.40. If the ground improves, which I think it should, then there's a very big chance. Finish close behind a Tissue and Frosty Rocks. We know what those horses can do. J-Mac and Waller, hard to go past. And my roughie is Star Spangled Rodeo Randwick race 10 at $17 and 5s. Goes well fresh, handles the soft ground, and should be improving, which is good. And ran close to Yale Dash, and it's Lily National Willow on board.
Very nice. I like those. I've got a couple others here that I like as well, and one of them is in that Randwick race 2, and that's backing my mate Roy there as well. Big Boy Roy has been building nicely, I think, and he's due a win. He's had every chance when running here a couple of weeks back and just couldn't finish. I think he just missed. He's 4th up now, so should be at the peak of his fitness. So at $4, I agree with you, Stobes. I think he's good value to win that one. Jack, I'm also backing you on Very Elegant in race 7. She is in fact very nice. She's a champion mare and probably should have won the Winks, but was caught wide there with no cover. So I think, yeah, I agree. I think she'll get up. And then I also quite like Randwick race 10, Hulk. This horse, and Stobes, you'll probably agree with me here. This horse is a beast. If it can find clear in him, he just always seems to get into bad positions. The jockeys just don't seem to know how to ride him. Glenn Boss gets the rides this week, and I don't think the wide draw is too much of a concern. And at 16 and 450, I think he's a good each way punt here.
Yeah, I like that. That's very good. Yeah, you're right. He struggles to get himself into clear area. When he does, he's away. That's real nice. Cool. That's good. Yeah, some good horses running. I've got a little sneaky pick for those who listen for tomorrow. Geelong race 1.
Got a late mail. Late mail.
The late mail with Stobes.
Is that Friday, is it?
This is for tomorrow, yeah. So
because this will come out tomorrow, so Friday, yeah.
Yeah, so if anyone hears it, then you beauty, you're getting rich, because Geelong race 1, Saskatoon at 10s and 3s, trialled real nicely behind Diamond Hands. Diamond Hands is 2 from 2. Diamond Hands also trialled behind Bruckner. Bruckner then came out and won a Group 3. All stacks up pretty nicely. I was on Saskatoon on Monday, but she got scratched for this race, so not bad value at all. Very excited. Absolutely. Very excited. Very, very excited. Go the lads.
Go the lads.
Bloody good.
Is that us for the punt for the picks for today, lads?
I think that's us, isn't it? It's another week, all done and dusted there.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, we came in even shorter of time than last week, so we're making progress of not fucking around. So yeah, look, there's week 2
as well, because I've just finished my wine.
That's week 2 done and dusted. Thanks for joining us. Again, shameless plug, jump around us on Instagram once you see it go live. We the Weekend Warriors. We'll be on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And we'll look to try and just get some content going, make this a bit fun. You know, lockdown shit. We're just trying to have a bit of fun with it and, you know, get around the boys. So, yeah, take care, everyone. And until next time. See you, lads. Thanks for that. That was awesome.
See you, lads.
You beauty.
See you later.